And we are back. Has Been Hotel Season 2. This time we're on episode 3, which is titled Behind Closed Doors. I'm excited to see what we have going on in this episode because we had episode 1 and episode 2 where they're basically going at the same time. So more or less, we didn't really move the plot forward. We just covered a lot of pieces in between that a lot of us were curious about in between. And we're rocking some big DK energy going into this episode. So as always, be sure to hit that like button if you enjoy the content only. If you enjoy the content, don't just do it out of force of habit. And if you really, really love the content and want to help support the channel, by all means, subscribe. It's free and helps me grow and helps get a larger community, if you will, so that we can have more conversation in the chat and we can have some more feedback. I'll have a poll on the channel here shortly for what we'll cover after Has Been Hotel. I've watched some of Hello Boss, about 2 seasons, so already ahead in that regard, and it's not really gripping me the way in which I want it to, but hey, things can change, and we'll see how that goes. Without further ado, Has Been Hotel, Season 2, Episode 3. Let's engage.
Oh my god!
Nifty, what are you doing to our guests? Why in the world do you have a fly swatter taken to this bug person's head? Also, Charlie, I am noticing you. Valid crash out. Totally expected and totally warranted. You go, girl. Let's handle this appropriately and not have a meltdown, hopefully. Hopefully.
Sir Pentious is here in heaven, okay? Why?
What? Pentious is in heaven? That means the hotel works.
I can't believe it. We did it!
Why are we acting so shocked that the hotel works? I know it's never been done in 10,000 years, but it's never been attempted in 10,000 years also. Being the first to do something that's never been attempted before, that's still cool, but again, it's less crazy to be like, I'm gonna be the first person to throw a baseball. What the hell is a baseball? Well, here, let me show you. And then it goes from there. Charlie being the first, incredible. Let's keep this momentum rolling, and I'm happy we're seeing some success, but the fact you had a little bit of doubt there, Vaggie, was a bit questionable considering how you're laying it all on the line there in Season 1.
Okay, a lot is happening. Everything we've been working for has been proven right on a Thursday.
What? I would never. Who even advertises on the Zeppelin? I guess Pentious would, huh? Right, focus.
That is a fair question. I've always wondered why people still advertise on a Zeppelin, but again, it's held, so that just kind of checks out and covers all of the boxes. And also, Charlie would never be a dictator. We've gone ad nauseum back and forth. She would never be a dictator. She would just kind of try and rule you with kindness. And then Vaggie would come in and mess your whole life up. So, it could happen, but it's horrifically and super, super egregiously unlikely.
Wait, what are you doing?
Just sending off a little strongly worded email to VoxTech explaining that not only am I not a dictator, but also to send their top reporter over here right away so we can clear the hotel's name with an exclusive interview.
Charlie dear, I've come around on you. It took basically almost 2 seasons. Well, we're now about a season and a third of the way through another. But, and this is just a Nicki Minaj, Lady Dimitrescu-sized ass. But, this is the dumbest idea you've possibly ever had. Vox will turn anything you say against you. If you've never worked in social media or never watched social media, there will be one piece of news that happens. One side of the media will throw it one way, one side of the media will throw it another. Then somehow you have pieces of media here that will throw it another way. And then you'll have one that throws it another way, and so on and so forth. It's still one canon event, but their whole job is to split it up and make sure it appears entirely differently across the board. This is Media 101. You having a mental instability moment, plus social media, is not good. When you're unstable, unplug from social media and walk away. Don't invite the head of the demon in your home. Also, isn't that exceptionally rude to everything going on with Angel? With how much history he has with the 3 of them to just invite them over? Are we not caring about him right now? Or is that like just so Season 1? Just saying.
Oh, Oh gosh, Charlie, you are like so cool and your hotel is great. And let's work together and be friends forever.
Yeah, I'm just not sure reaching out to the overlords trying to make you look like a horrible monster is the best idea.
Okay, Vaggie, 100% correct. Yeah, the Overlord's running a specific smear campaign against you. They're not changing their tune for nothing. So the fact that you believe that something that you heard from an angel that no one else saw is the in fact truth, even though you are right, is super hard to prove, and Vox will be the first person to be like, show me the facts. This is just how it is. You are not going to be believed, and now you're going to look like a loon on top of the whole dictator thing that you have already going on. You're giving them ample material to smear you with as much manure as possible. This is bad.
No way. She velvet.
You're fucking joking. Looks like we got a spin, V.
I'm going to do it again. There's nothing that Velvet cannot rock. She has to probably be wearing a wig or weave or something. Don't care. Looks great. But again, I think the craziest thing about all of this is that Vox, as an evil overlord in hell, still checks his emails. Who does that? I barely even check my emails, and I'm supposed to. But an evil overlord in hell does it more regularly? That's crazy.
If anyone was going to make it up there, it was him. Or maybe Angel on a good day.
Oh, them's fucking words, kitty.
Choke.
I'd love to.
The way that they flirt is absolutely perfect. I know it's hell and it's a weird climate, but that's a ship I can actually get behind. Cherry is working through her feelings the only way she knows how, currently. Deflection and avoidance, which is a tried and true tactic, may I add. Mind your business. But at the end of the day, eventually she's going to have to face facts that maybe deep down somewhere she either actually really cared for Penchus or she didn't care about him at all. Because just because you die and sacrifice yourself for a woman means she has to like you. There is no definitive rule that says this has to happen. A simple thank you is literally enough. They may have had history, though, that could make this a ship.
Welcome to the Aspen Hotel.
Oh, it's a pleasure to finally meet you, princess. Oh, and where are my manners? The name's Vox, CEO of Vox Tech Entertainment, and this is my lovely associate, Velvet.
Charmed.
Lovely is an understatement. She is a goddess, and she will be respected as such. Also, the fact that Alistair and Vox are in the same room means we're getting closer and closer to what I've been basically rooting for since this show started and I learned about Alistair. I need to see what their legitimate beef is, or at least the backstory pertaining to these two. I want to know why they won't hate each other to such a degree that even Diddy and 50 would be a little bit jealous of the hate that they have going on currently.
Princess, you know what this place really needs? The new Vox Tech 150-inch TV right over there. Brought to you by Vox Tech. You're welcome.
I do love how we've kept the running gag from last season of the TV show, yeah, I fucked your sister, so what, is literally still on the TV. That is 150 inches of, okay, wow, where'd that phrasing go? That is out the window. Let's just run right past that.
What? I mean, my dad.
Hate sinners? Interesting.
And the main question on everyone's mind, what?
Actually, I kind of sort of lied about wanting to give an exclusive interview.
Liar.
Charlie, not only did you lose 100% of the conversation that just happened, but now you're backtracking by admitting you're lying to people who are already ruining you and smearing you with the information you had not been given because somehow you're not social media trained. I don't know how in everything you've got going on, but this is the worst start you could have had with the V's because they didn't even bring Val, and they're still destroying you. Not good.
That's how redemption works. You go up.
Oh, then How will you prove these fantastical claims? And how do you know he's actually, up there? Did a little angel fly down tell you that?
Yeah, here's the thing, Charlie dear. I love the enthusiasm. You're doing great. Albeit fairly horribly also, because realistically, you're social media illiterate. But how you never saw the fact that the media overlord was going to call you for facts immediately, or at least a tell-all, or being able to talk to Penchus, which you can't do, how that never crossed your mind, I would ask, but you're kind of still a ditz. Dad's genes are very hard to beat.
But the last thing I want to do is spread misinformation.
Wait! I'll prove it! Yeah, we'll redeem someone! Right here, right now!
That's not how this works. That is not how this works. You cannot fast pass redemption. No one is ready. Angel is the closest person we have, probably, to being redeemed next. And still, he's not there yet. He's still working through his feelings, which he should have a lot of, because of how horrible his time has been in hell, and especially involving the V's, who you just invited in, and now you're going to put him in direct line of fire with the people who have been torturing him. Get it together, Charlie. This is unbelievably selfish from a selfless place, which somehow makes sense, and yet still confused by your actions.
Why are you here, and what will it take to make you leave?
I don't know. Word is upstairs you used to know Penchus.
We were partners.
Oh! So you were like...
What? Lab partners!
Okay, I was actually going down the exact same. I'm like, Penchus, you batting for both teams, huh? That's a little snaky of you, huh? But no, this kind of checks out more because I don't really take Baxter for that type. But again, we have seen him for maybe 5 whole minutes. It's hard to get a read on the guy. I know he says he works at VoxTech, but I don't get wholly inherently evil from him. I get someone who's just kind of curious for finding and discovering new things about life. And he just happens to be our best source of information for Penchus. So let's hear him out.
However, it quickly became apparent that his silly contraptions were too outdated to gain us interest, whereas my bio-experiments won the attention of many. Eventually, Penchus found my experiments far too violent.
Okay, that checks out. Penchus has a conscience, and while his stuff is cool, and I do love me some kind of steampunk tech, however, Baxter may have him beat entirely in the whole science department. Because, I mean, if Zestiel thinks it's impressive, it's really freaking impressive, and you gotta give our props to Baxter here for the work he's done.
I'm going through something here!
I implore you to go through it elsewhere, like through the door.
You know what? Fine. I'm going. Thanks, I guess, shithead.
Oh, great. We're going to get another fantastic Penchus song where he's absolutely just belting his lungs out. And we'll probably get a duet with Cherry. So this is going to be very emotional. But again, I have no idea how much I'm going to actually be able to show you. Amazon has been on my keister since any type of music has been played. So I'll do what I can for you, the viewer. But I can't make any promises anymore.
Beating the piss out of you.
They made an actual song about piss, and it's a love song. God, I love this show.
And secondly, the other thing...
Charlie, why are they here? You're aware those 2 crazy fucks hang out with my shipfuck boss, Valentino, and a part of the V's? And you still let them in here?
Yeah, this is a valid moment entirely. Look, this V's, as much as I love them, aside from everything they've done to Angel, everything they've done to Angel makes them only like a medium-like for me because Angel has suffered greatly and unholy things from this group, some of which we may not even have fully explored. So the fact that we're just, hey, welcome into our home. Also, this is where the person you abuse stays. Isn't that great? Everyone's back together again. just because you want to have a tell-all story about how you're right, not the time, Charlie. Not the time and place. If you went to them, that might be one thing. But at the end of the day, this is just going to end foolishly and tragically.
Redeem someone. Yeah, now that's where you come in, Angel.
What?
Oh, you've really done it now, Princess.
Charlie! We don't even know how Penchus got redeemed. How do you expect us to replicate that on TV?
This is a valid point. Also, the only other way we've seen someone redeemed is they died. Are we saying today we're just going to be like, not only screw your feelings, Angel, but we're gonna kill you? I understand being confident. I understand even having a little big DK energy. But, and a huge but here, why would you do this? What in your pea brain decided this was a good time and good thing to try? We only know it works through death. Are we going to start sacrificing our friends just so we can tell everyone I told you so? Because that's what we're doing, and it's a terrible idea.
I realize I'm asking a lot, but you've just made such great progress lately. I bet you're one good deed away from redemption already.
This is gaslighting. This is exactly what that is. This is straight up lies in order to make you feel good about yourself in order to do something that the other person wants you to do. Charlie, I expected more. I don't know why I'm disappointed by this, but you're in an emotional state, so I can't really hold you responsible for it. We all do crazy things when we're in an emotional spot.
What do you say, kid? Best case, you make it. Worst case, you're still stuck down here with me, and we down a couple of rounds with Cherry later. You know she ain't gonna let up.
Here's the thing. I understand that Husk genuinely cares about Angel and believes in him, and that's great. Charlie's doing this for a very selfish reason. And the fact that Vox's hypno eye just went off while he was staring directly at Angel is probably a sign of worse things to come, because as we've seen, there have been moments where Angel's completely incoherent within Season 1, either pertaining to Val or Vox, or a myriad of both. So, I think he's probably going to get brainwashed into doing this, and I am not a fan of it.
A poor, helpless damsel has been tied to the train tracks by me, the diabolical Danny Dubad.
I shouldn't have said nothing.
Danny Dubad is probably closer to how I viewed Charlie in Season 1, just because I couldn't believe someone was this genuinely nice and this genuinely kind anywhere, especially in Hell, and being from a monarchy no less. But here we are, and y'all thought I was going to comment on Velvet wearing a swimsuit in the last musical number, but I didn't. But, here's a but. This is a terrible idea. This is the worst possible idea. We're going to put Husk's life on the line, and you have to make the selfless sacrifice in order to save him, and the deck is probably going to be rigged against them because, well, Charlie didn't think this through because she's not in the right state of mind. And here's another fun and addendum to this. Vox is here going to make sure things go horrifically. And it's going to be live. Ain't that great?
If only there was a big, strong man willing to sacrifice himself to save the poor damsel, just like the great Sir Penchus did. And I definitely don't have a way to stop this train in case things go bad.
I'm pretty sure one of Val's pornos opened just like this.
Add plagiarism to the list.
I was going to make that joke, Velvet, so thanks for stealing that. I have no material left as a backup, so that's fun. But also, how in the world did we steal Vaggy's spear, and why in the world are we risking it actually going badly? Did they put Nifty in charge of the conductor role? Because that's also a terrible idea. Let's just keep adding terrible things on top of this.
I ain't doing it, Charlie.
But Angel, this is our last chance to...
No.
But... Okay. What?
Oh yeah, I noticed your little train didn't actually pose any risk, so I took the brakes off.
You suspected anything less. This is Vox we're talking about. He's rivals with Alistair. If we haven't noticed, Alistair's kind of a no-holds-barred villain, and he will do anything to win. His villain would much the same. I don't know why you thought this was going to go any differently, Charlie.
You what? Nifty, stop the train! Nifty, stop it!
You put Nifty in charge of a murder train? Sure. I'm sure I can come up with tons of examples of terrible people who we shouldn't put in other situations, but just to avoid the drama, let's just say this is probably up there with one of the worst ideas that we could possibly have.
I'm sorry.
Charlie, it's okay. I know you didn't mean it. I'm fine.
The hell you are? What was that? You could have got yourself killed.
What? You can't be serious right now. You're mad at me. I saved your fucking life.
Yeah, by jumping in front of a train, you idiot.
Husk, of all people, is having the emotional outburst? Husk. Are we sure? Because, I mean, he genuinely loves Angel and he just won't say it. But an outburst out of him? Great. That's fantastic for his character development. But that's not the person who I thought was going to be flipping out right now. Angel has every right to. Husk, this is new.
Maybe that's it? Okay, we have been trying to recreate Penchas's redemption, but maybe what he did redeemed his own sin. That's why it didn't work for Angel.
There you go. You got to the truth. It only took you almost sacrificing everyone you cared about and destroying a relationship in order to get there. But hey, good job, Charlie. You get a gold star for finally paying fucking attention.
Don't you dare, asshole.
Tell me, Princess, what exercise could one do to be forgiven for being
Stop.
murderer?
You shut the fuck up. Don't you dare call me that.
Killed your dad, right?
And there's the truth we were all expecting. At least I was expecting. Because look, season 1, there was a reason he has guns. Everyone manifests something from their earthly life into this spiritual afterlife. I'm still unsure why Penchas was a snake. But at the end of the day, Angel being someone who's promiscuous was his way of survival. Him having all these weapons is what got him here. I'm sure his dad was probably some irredeemable POS. But whatever guilt or feelings he had pertaining to the murder is what got him here because, well, I can't think of much else because Angels genuinely seems like a good person. His actions in terms of healing just aren't really working out the best right now.
But how about one last question for the road, Princess? Do you think I could be redeemed?
I believe anyone can be redeemed.
If they want to be redeemed, probably. Vox is potentially redeemable, but there's no way he's ever going to want to go down that road. He's going into heaven by force or not at all. Who knows? He could lose his head trying to gain all this power, but currently the deck's stacked and he's winning.
Angel, I'm so sorry. Can we please talk?
You know, sorry starts to lose meaning after a while, Charlie. But I suppose I should be grateful you're willing to still apologize to someone as shitty as me, right?
Angel, no, you're my friend, no matter what happens.
At least now you know what you're working with.
Charlie didn't mean for any of this to happen. She just wasn't clearly thinking, and when you invite the devil into your home, well, you can't be surprised if a few things get broken along the way. And she was so eager to prove that she was right because she cared more about her own ego. She lost track of truly being the selfless individual that caused season 1 to happen. Because even I believed in her, and I was talking tons of crap. She's going to have a glow up. She has to in this season, because there's no way she's just going to emotionally unravel now that she is this close to achieving not only what seems like her goal, but her mother's goal, as little as I care about Lilith as well, to actually happen.
Want to know what really goes down at the Has-Been Hotel? Who Charlie Morningstar is? And can you trust her?
I lied. I'm Derby Doobad.
We took a visit to the Has-Been Hotel so you don't have to, featuring interviews from real people with real stories.
When we arrived at the hotel, the vibe was definitely off.
I do love that they're having a narrative spin on all those tell-all documentaries where they have people in the shadows for their own safety. But it's always somebody who's like, this is a fake member of insert cult that we're after here. It's like the History Channel's like, yeah, I was, probed by aliens, and I'm just here to have my privacy respected, and so I don't go missing. It's like, your entire outline looks exactly the same as the person who was running the puff piece first. So, not really gonna call that real journalism, darling. It'd be like interviewing myself and trying to figure out why the Sarcastic Geek is such a rapidly growing YouTube channel. But that's not the facts. It's growing at the pace it's supposed to grow, and I am just a YouTube reactor. At the end of the day. Nothing special, but hey, y'all here for it, and I appreciate y'all.
Hey,
Hey,
long day?
I don't want to talk about it.
I decided to stay.
They are fantastic friends, and I'm very happy that they have each other currently. Angel just had Husk walk out. Cherry had Penchus basically self-sacrifice in order to gain her attention and her love and ensure her safety. They're both going through quite a bit right now, so having someone to fall back on is just the best for both of them right now. And that is Has-Been Hotel Season 2, Episode 3, Behind Closed Doors, and boy, did we kick open a lot of doors. We got our backstory pertaining to Angel Dust. He's in hell because he murdered his father, which I'm sure there's an entire reason for that, but I don't think this will be the season that we probably get into that, because they seem to like to breadcrumb it, and this is supposed to go 5 seasons, and I can't imagine it not. That we're going to end up, getting some breadcrumb trails pertaining to some major players and get some information on out. Cherry Bomb checks in the hotel. Huge win for her and everything going on with her story. Really happy that's played out. Musically, not a lot happened in this one that I would consider either good, bad, or indifferent. It just kind of occurred. And at the end of the day, Vox, huge W's in chat for the V's, because even without Val, they absolutely smoked the hotel and went scorched earth on them. And Charlie is not only proverbially behind the 8 ball, but she has some trust to gain back from her friends, because she put her own needs above everyone else's for once, and she kind of did it at the worst possible time. So not big wins for her, but she'll be back. She'll win everyone over. She's still truly a selfless individual, just not in a great spot currently. That being said, if you want to be in a great spot with the channel, hey, help me out, please. I greatly appreciate it. You just listened to probably 30 minutes worth of content. Hit that like button, the subscribe button if you love the content. And by all means, I will see you in the next episode. See you then.